Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar. I am Nur Shafika and today I will be your moderator. First, I would like to welcome all attendees today and a warm welcome to our Vice Deans, TS Dr. Nazri bin Abdul Rashid from Fakulti Komputeran dan Metateknologi and Prof. Madya Dr. Abdul Halim bin Masnan from Fakulti Pembangunan Manusia. Next, we would also welcome our respective panelists, Ms. Pearly Toh and Mr. Sada Mustafa from Excelerate. Our topic today is time management and work-life balance for future educators, and we'll be hearing from two expert speakers on this subject. Lastly, I'll monitor the chat window and notify our speakers if there's any questions. So let's get started. Ms. Pearly, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Shafika. Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us on this lovely Friday evening. I really appreciate it because I know it's the end of the week. Everybody is busy trying to get things done. But hopefully it will be a good session for everyone. We will try to finish on time and answer any questions that you have. So today, our agenda will be speaking on three different things, or we'll be touching on three different matters. The first one, I would love to introduce the team here at Excelerate, my colleague Sadam, who will also be sharing at the end. We want to tell you a little bit more about what we do at Excelerate. And then I will go into the topic today, which is time management and work-life balance for you guys, future educators, students of UPSI. And at the end, we would love to share about the program called K-Youth. It stands for Khazanah Youth Development Program. It is collaboration between Khazanah, Excelerate, and UPSI. Very special program just for you guys. So I will start first with who is Excelerate? What is Excelerate? So basically, we are a skills transformation organization, or in shorter words, like we are a training organization. We help people and different organizations to transform their workforce by upskilling their talents. What kind of skills? The skills that we implement or deliver is what we call future skills. Typically is very much related to digital. So anything like data, cybersecurity, Gen AI, and like product management and whatnot. Skills that are necessary in this day and age, a lot of companies are looking for. We deliver those trainings lah, basically. Okay. We have worked with many different clients, with many different individuals. So we have over 600 clients and partners. We have over 200 expert instructors. So our instructors are both local and international, and they are subject matter experts within their industry. And we also have trained over 6,000 individuals like yourself in all the different areas lah. And these are some of the companies that we have worked with, collaborated with, and whatnot. With that, that's all numbers, but here are some of testimonies and good review that we had because of our training. We have people from different background, people with disability, people who did a different degree in education but wanting to try something else. So they wanted to change their career, pivot their career. When they come in, they are able to learn something new, but then use that skill to also change their career trajectory. And we also help and support anyone and everyone lah. In this case, we had someone who also was not feeling well, and then we supported her throughout the whole training, and she got a better job at the end of the day. So these are some, just a short background about what Excelerate does. At the end, my colleague Sadam will share a little bit more about how we are delivering a special program for you guys. So I will go directly into the content today. It's a very hot topic content, right? I feel like after COVID, after the whole world shut down for a little bit, a lot of people are emphasizing a little bit more about work-life balance. You know, work is not the only thing that we should emphasize about. And I think for you guys, it's like studying life balance, right? Like a student life balance. Um, but would love to hear from you guys, you know, think a little bit or reflect to yourself, right? Is work-life balance achievable? And I hope by the end of our session today, you guys will be able to kind of uh, have an answer for yourself. Is work-life balance really achievable? Okay. Um, all right. So raise your hand. I'm not sure if you're able to click any emoji, but if not, you know, just internally reflect on yourself. Like think about like if these statements are true to you, okay? First, I am a student. I have classes, presentations, exams, theses, practicum to think about. I am also a student. I'm doing my part-time master's in counseling. So I am a student. I am a child. I have a responsibility to spend time with my family. I am also a child. Like I'm pretty sure many of you are, you know, are living away from your family, having to go to university, but would love to spend more time with your family members. I am a sibling. So I have to show good example. I have to support my siblings in any form or another. I'm pretty sure all of you guys are also a friend to another person, right? And you want to hang out with them. Some of you who, I think most of you who are living in college, you got like a roommate, maybe multiple roommates, right? So you want to hang out with them, you want to spend time with them, you want to go makan with them. Maybe you are also a partner, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, right? And then with that, that means you also need to spend time with your partner. You want to go dating, you want to nurture that relationship with your partner. And all of you guys, I'm pretty sure, are also very, very active in college and at faculty. So maybe you are part of a committee, part of a project that you need to do. So that means you have events to conduct all the time. So there are multiple different things and multiple different roles that you are having right now, right? And this at this current time, you might have just this few, but in the future, you might have more responsibility. So with that, I would like to ask the question, is it even possible to divide ourselves and still give our 100%? What do you guys think with all the different responsibilities? Like, is it even possible to have all these different responsibilities and give each one of it 100%? Typically we try to divide our days and our life in this kind of pie chart, right? Oh, right now I'm a student. So I think the big chunk of what I'm going to spend on is to like just complete my degree. I am in here already. I need to convo. I have to finish every single thing. But I also have hobbies. I also have extracurricular activities. And typically we try to divide this way, right? The pie chart. But at the end of the day, if we divide ourselves into these pie charts, technically, we actually might not able to give 100% in all that we do. Because your energy and your time are already spent so much in trying to complete your degree. Yeah. You spend your days just worrying about, oh, when's the next assignment? Got group presentation and all of that, that sometimes it will eat up into your free time. So you might not have time to go hobbies. Some of you like to go play sports, play volleyball lah, go jogging at the campus and everything. But because you have all this, maybe you stay at your faculty sampai pukul 7, pukul 8, trying to finish that assignment. Then you don't have time to do your sports. And then on weekends, you spend time with your college events and all of that. But then at the same time, because you got college events, you tak sempat nak basuh baju, you tak sempat to iron your tudung. There's not enough time in the day for you, right? So every time it eats up into different parts of your daily life, and that basically takes away your ability to give your 100% in every single part of the work that you do lah, yeah. So with that, I would share that perfect balance every day is quite impossible. In research, a lot of times people, researchers, psychologists, they try to figure out, what really helps people in terms of their ability to divide their time properly, what are the different factors that are important to them. And they found out that, work-life balance is something that is important. Work-life balance is something that everyone wants to have. But they also found out that perfect balance every day is unrealistic. You cannot get a perfect balance. So then what does that mean? What do you have to do, right? Psychologists have shared and guide us to achieve work-life balance, to achieve some form of a balance in our life. The only thing and the most important thing that we can try to do is we can try to put boundaries, so boundaries just means like gates, right? Like pagar to guide our priorities. So if we can put different gates, different pagar, different boundaries to guide our priorities, we can have better sense of control of our different responsibility and tasks in the day. So what does boundaries look like, or what does it mean, right? It could be, for example, the simplest thing is like setting a set time. So my boundary is, okay, for example, I am a full-time working person, a manager here at Excelerate. I am in charge of making sure that all the learners that comes into our program, our training, is able to get a full-time job, right? To get a good full-time job that they're happy with. So I'm already very much involved in that. I go to office three days a week, but I'm also a part-time master student. So I have exams, classes to go to, and I am also trying to improve my relationship with my parents. So that these are like the three priorities that I have right now. And also the fourth one, which is important, is I'm on Missy Cruise. So I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get healthier. So what I typically do to put boundaries in my daily life is I have to make sure that I come to office, I do my best, and I come in and I try to leave by 6 o'clock. Because I need to give at least 1 hour to myself to play some sports, right? Either I go for walking, 3 kilometer walking. I cannot jog, I'm too heavy to jog, so I walk, or I go for badminton, and I go badminton once a week. That is like something that I've set aside time, and I have to go for that. If not, I have to ganti balik. And the boundary or the pagar that I have is I have slotted different times for different things. And if I miss out one time, I have to ganti balik. I have to sacrifice something else to do that. So really depending on, what is important to you and how you want to build your boundaries, that's how you want to achieve some sort of balance. We cannot guarantee that you can get 100% of a balance, but what you want to try is at least to have things that are important to you are being done lah, are being prioritized basically. Okay, so then Pearly, like you tell us, okay, boundaries is to put pagar, to put like limitations in what we do. Tapi how do I know what is our priorities? So basically priorities at different age, at different time might look very different for you guys. So Pearly now versus Pearly in 6 month time might have different priorities. So you and your roommate or your classmate might have different priorities. And how you want to choose these priorities, there is this theory, we call it the Pickle Jar Theory. Basically, it is a analogy or a representation of how you want to choose your priorities, right? So in this analogy, we have number one is we have the rocks, the big stuff. So you always in your pickle jar or like your balang, you always want to put like the big rocks first because the big rocks should represent what are most important to you. What is the most important task? Like die, you cannot live, right? Like you have to do it for your life to be able to like go on smoothly. That's your main priority. So you need to put the rocks into the pickle jar first. Okay, these are high priority and importance. So would love for you to take the next a few seconds to try to think and reflect. What is actually the top three things that is the most important to me? Like I have to die do to make sure that I have a good um time. I'm able to do what my responsibilities are. So that I won't get scolding, so I won't get any penalty. So and live a happier life, right? So for me, it would be number one, my full-time job. So I have four big rocks. My full-time job, my master's. So right now I'm in practicum, so I have to see clients. Number three is to spend time with my loved ones, my family, and my boyfriend because I'm trying to mend that relationship and get better. And the fourth one is to take care of my health. Like to right now, it's just to lose weight, nothing else. Like not to build muscles, not to do anything else. I'm trying to lose weight because I have a 10 kilometer run in November. So those are like the big four priorities that Pearly is having at the current moment. So these are the four chunks of rocks that will take up quite a majority of the time in my balang. Okay. The second thing that you want to put it into your balang is pebbles, smaller rocks. Or your small little like weird shaped pebbles. These are the less urgent stuff, the smaller stuff in comparison to the rocks. So it could be like, okay, spending time with your roommate because you don't want to be a random stranger to your roommate, right? Or it could be doing your hobbies. You really love to go for swimming. So spend time to go for swimming. Or like for me, my pebbles is to actually spend time with my close friends because I'm an extroverted person. I actually enjoy talking to people. Sometimes they do drain me, but I love talking to people. And I feel bad whenever I don't speak to uh the people that I'm close to for a very long time. So my pebbles is to spend some amount of time with different groups of people to make myself happy. Another thing that's very important to me is like spending like volunteering some time in the community, be it like whatever. So that is something that I haven't done for a very long time, but it's also important to me, but it's just less urgent. So those are like some of the pebbles. So for you guys, think about what are the pebbles in your life that you have to do. What are the different lesser priorities and that could fill up the different gaps in your balang. And the last thing that you want to think about is the sand. Like so you imagine right, your balang, you dah letak the batu yang besar-besar, and then you put the small little pebbles. But then in between, there are still spaces, right? And these spaces, you can actually fill up with sand. And this sand just represents like the very, very less important tasks. It can sometimes be like a source of distraction, but this is benda yang lain-lain that maybe keeps you happy, maybe like gives you some joy and entertainment, but it's not important at all. and sometimes it can be classified as distraction. So maybe like Netflix, or like scrolling on Instagram, or maybe like go shopping. I don't know, different people have different stuff, but these are the things that are less important, not that important, but sometimes we tend to put these things ahead of all the other stuff. Contohnya, right? Uh, when we feel tired or when we feel bored, we immediately go to our phone and we continue to just scroll through Netflix, scroll through watch Netflix or scroll through like Instagram or TikTok nowadays. I don't have TikTok. I have just Instagram. I'm not on social media a lot. So and if you tak sedar, we can spend like 2 hours, 3 hours just scrolling on the phone when we are on the bed, right? So that already takes away time that can be used for something else. So always remember when you think about the different priorities in our life and the different time that you want to give towards all the different things, you always want to put your rocks in first in your balang, then pebbles, then only sand. If you put sand first, it's going to take up so much of space already that you don't have space to put the rocks and the pebbles. Okay, so this is the analogy lah. So I hope that after this webinar, you can go back, over the weekend, think a little bit more like, hey, how did I spend my last few weeks and my last few months, like going into class and all of that, then just living my life? What is really important to me? Apa sebenarnya yang betul-betul I need to prioritize, yang sebenarnya important to me? Okay. So I would love for you to try to shift your perspective a little bit and put emphasis on the big rocks in your life. Okay, so then you'd be like, okay, Pearly, you tell me now, I already know how to put boundaries. I already know kind of like what's my priorities, but I still don't have enough time. I got so much thing to do. What can I do, Pearly? Like, how can I have a lot of rocks in my life. So how do I actually balance my daily life, right? So there are a couple of different techniques or different methods that you can do to manage your time properly so that you can be more effective and you can be more efficient in what you do. This is just to help you to get better, but obviously at the beginning, a lot of times that if you do not know something, it will take a very, very long time. But when you are used to it, it would be faster, right? Contohnya, when you start your classes and you kena buat presentation. In the beginning, your first 1-2 semester or the beginning of that particular class, you memang tak faham the subject. So you ambil masa yang lebih lama untuk understand the subject a little bit more, do a little bit more reading. So maybe your preparation for your first presentation will take 2 hours. But then later on, as you get better and understanding the content and knowing how to use like PowerPoint properly and all of that, you can become and you can do things faster. And these techniques will help you to be more effective and efficient lah, and try to help you to focus a little bit more. So the first technique that I want to share with you, very, very cute, very, very simple, is called the Pomodoro Technique. So Pomodoro in Italian just means tomato, like tomato. The fun fact is the person who created this technique, when he was studying and when he was a student, he had a difficulty concentrating. He cannot get his work done. So he was trying all the different ways lah to figure out how to make himself a little bit more efficient. Lepas tu, he saw a Pomodoro, like a tomato shaped timer in his kitchen. I'm not sure if you guys ada timer. Kadang-kadang ada dalam bentuk like telur or whatever. It's basically a timer that you can set. And then once you set the timer, it will ting. and it will tell you that the time is up lah. Typically in the kitchen is because sometimes you want to put things in the oven or you want to boil things, you want to set time, right? So they have this cute little kitchen timer. So this guy, he had a tomato timer. And basically what he tried was he tried to time himself. Okay, because he cannot focus, he used the timer to make sure that he focused in that period of time. So he started out with like 2 minutes first. And then he felt that it was too short. Then he tried 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And at the end, he found a specific timing that was very much suitable for him and suitable for the rest of the people lah, because it's not too long or it's not too short. Okay, so how do you do this technique? Pomodoro technique starts first with number one, you need to select your tasks. So from all your priorities tadi kan, like either your rocks or your pebbles. This is typically, I think you can do for your pebbles. Is to select one task. Could be like to study for a exam, right? Then step number two is to set a timer. Use your phone. Nowadays, you can just use your phone. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Okay. After you set a timer for 25 minutes, you press start. You need to work on the task until the time ends. So start sampai ke minit yang ke-25, you memang kena fokus je to finish the job that is at hand. The task that is at hand. At the end of 25, bila ting, the timer ends, you can take a 5-minute break. This one also, you can put a timer lah. You check a time, right? So let's say you start at 2 o'clock, your timer will run until 2:25, and then you take a 5-minute break. And then you start again, another 25 minutes, and then you break another 5 minutes, and you repeat for 3 times. So that means 4 times in total. Okay, that means 2 hours in total. I say repeat this for 3 other tasks. It could be for 3 other tasks or the same task that you're doing, right? Let's say kalau you study untuk exam, ada banyak-banyak different topic. So your first slot is your topic nombor 1. Your second slot is topic nombor 2, topic nombor 3, topic nombor 4. At the end of 4 rounds of this, at the end of these 2 hours, what you can do is you can take a longer 15 to 30 minutes. This is also helps with what we call delayed gratification. So you want to give yourself a present. Sebab dah buat kerja kan, dah memang dah study untuk 2 jam. You give yourself a break lah for 15-30 minutes. And you can use this time whatever that you want to do. Typically, it'll be nice if you can take a really chill break. Get yourself a coffee, go makan, go toilet, take maybe a power nap of like 10 minutes, because then you can start again your task for the day. So this technique is very, very good if you have a thing that you need to do. You need to focus, because when you focus, you can get things done better. And it gives you a little bit more motivation because, at the end of the 2 hours, you can do what you want to do. Like Netflix ke, like watch a cute cat video ke apa ke. This really will just push you to help you be a little bit more focused, a little bit more disciplined. Okay, so this is the first technique that a lot of people uses. There are multiple different apps that are available out there that helps with this as well. There's one app, I cannot remember what's the app name called, but basically the app resembles like a forest. So every single time that you do one task, you get to build one tree. And every single time you finish, you can add more stuff. So it's a little bit more fun technique or fun way to do this Pomodoro technique lah. And the second method that I want to teach you, and this is typically used a lot in workplace, in office, is basically the Eisenhower Matrix. So what is this matrix all about? There are 2 different things that is important in this matrix. Number 1 is how urgent is the task. Urgency, okay? How urgent is the task and how important is the task. So you think about urgency in the x-axis and importance in the y-axis, okay? So then now we look into there are tasks that are urgent and not urgent, And then there are also tasks that are important and not important. Okay. So in this matrix, there will be four like quadrants. The first quadrant is for tasks that is urgent and important. So this is where you need to also reflect and try to decide, okay, task yang ni betul-betul urgent dengan betul-betul important tak? If it's really important and it's really urgent, you need to do it. You need to do. Do it immediately, do it now. Okay, so any tasks that are urgent and important, you need to do it now. And then the second part to it is, let's say if you have any task and you feel that, oh, it's not that urgent. Dia boleh siap nanti sikit. Tapi it's important, like you kena buat juga. Tapi you boleh hantar at a later time, you can finish at a later time. So if the task is not urgent but still important that you have to do, you need to decide and plan a time to do it. Maknanya you kena schedule and you kena plan for it ahead. Okay. I like to use Google Calendar. My life is led by Google Calendar. So every single thing yang I tahu I kena buat, I akan masuk dalam Google Calendar. Some of the things is like, oh, I got baju yang koyak. It is not urgent, but it's important because I really like that baju. So then I plan ahead on the weekend to go find a tailor. So these are like, so let's say if you have any tasks, you can decide to plan ahead and do it later. Then for tasks that are urgent, like die, you have to submit it like in the next half an hour. You have to do it now, but not that important to you. You memang mungkin tak ada masa or like is not your core responsibility. You can delegate it. You can figure out, who else can help me to do this? Who else can help to take over this responsibility for a bit until I have an extra time? Contohnya, this can also be like for me going to a tailor, right? Or maybe do laundry. So if you are living with your family, or some of you maybe who are married already, it is urgent, but it's not important, maybe like laundry. Then you can ask your husband to do it, or your wife, or maybe your sibling to do it, to help you this time around until you have some time in the future to do it. But because it's important right now, you delegate it. And last quadrant, if let's say the task is not urgent, it's not important at all, and you really don't have time, what you can do is you can just eliminate it. Tak payah buat langsung benda ni. Contohnya, you really want to see the new movie. I don't know what's the movie, the latest movie out there, but it's something that you really like. Like, oh, bestnya kalau boleh tengok movie right now. But it's really not urgent and not important, and you don't have the time. So with this particular task, I would encourage you to then just eliminate it, just delete it, because it will take away time that is more important to you. Okay, so this is like the Eisenhower Matrix. You can find it on Google. You can screenshot this page. Every time you have so many things to do and you feel like, oh, overwhelmingnya, banyaknya yang nak kena buat. These are some of the things that you can try to prioritize amongst all the different things that are important to you. Okay, so yeah, that's all about my sharing today. It's very, very short, very, very simple, just a high overview. Quick summary of what we talk about is, number one, work-life balance might not be achievable. It is actually unrealistic, but we can balance it the best that we can by putting boundaries to what is important to us. Okay, making sure that we put boundaries that is important to us. And with these boundaries, we can have somewhat of a balance, and our balance might not look the same with everyone else. What is important to you, what looks balanced to you, might not look balanced to someone else. So then how do you make sure that, you are guarding the correct priority? You use the Pickle Jar Theory atau the Balang Theory lah, okay? Put important stuff, the rocks first, and then put pebbles, the lesser important stuff, and then put sand at the end of the day. So after you have deciding on your priorities, how do you actually be better at what you do to be more effective and efficient? There are two techniques, the Pomodoro Technique and the Eisenhower Technique. Okay, so hopefully this helps you a little bit, and I really hope that I can share more about this kind of stuff, more tips and tricks later during the K-Youth program. Like you would learn professional skills, and some of this advice, some of this guidance will be also inserted in the professional skills in the K-Youth program. So hopefully I can support you more then. With that, I will pass the time to my colleague Sadam to talk a little bit more about the K-Youth program.
Thank you, Pearly. Okay, so I'm Sadam. So basically, I'm the head of admission. Now, I'll talk more about the registration process for the KU program. Next. So the KU program is an initiative from Khazanah National Berhad with the collaboration with Accelerate Asia and UPSI. So this program targets UPSI student, and we have simple 3 steps on how to register it. So step number 1, you need to choose your preferred course. So we have 4 courses that we offer for these programs. It's Data Analytics Bootcamp, Digital Marketing Bootcamp, UX Design Bootcamp, and Dashboarding in Power BI. So step number 2 is you need to check your eligibility for this program. So number 1, you must meet a Malaysian citizen, and then you need to be an active UPSI student that graduating in 2025 or 2026. And enroll in a UPSI diploma or bachelor degree program and have a minimum current CGPA of 2.8. And next step, step 3, so the application process. So basically, you can click the link provided later, and you can scan the QR code later. So it will direct you to our website. So you can click the Apply Now button. So you complete all the fees, all the fields and registration form, and then submit it. So then you get an email from Accelerate team whether you pass to the next step or you get rejected. So if you get rejected, so you will be provide all the reason why your application get rejected. And then you will be go through the second stage, which is we're going to send you the application form that you need to submit all the document related, and you need to perform some video assessment, which is a quite easy one. And once you submit your assessment going to be reviewed within 24 hours to 48 hours, and then you will get result. So usually 98% people going get approved. Next, Mali. So now I'm going to talk more about the courses. Okay, number 1, we have data analytics. So all the courses that we provided inside this program is totally like user beginner friendly. So it's not too technical. It consists like 50% of technical and 50% of theoretical to help you to understand the basic level of data analytics. Next, we have digital marketing. So digital marketing is more like to improve your communications and targeted campaigns and so on. It's a totally technical and theoretical and technical, which is a well-balanced training throughout all of our program. And then we have UX design. So UX design enhance user-friendly tools, create teller experience, and improve new method technologies for improving feedback. So basically, it's all like junior level skill to help the student to upskill and to improve their skill as well. And then last but not least, we have dashboarding in Power BI. So this one is quite related with data analytics, but dashboarding in Power BI is more to visualization on how you build your dashboard. Okay, so this like more important things that before you need to submit the registration form, right? You need to understand what kind of course or what kind of skill that you need in order to grow your career path. So you need to understand, you cannot simply like choose, oh, I see a lot of my friends choose digital marketing, I'll go to digital marketing as well. No, you need to understand that which are the skills that you require, that which are skills that gain interest you, and then you have like passion for it. Then you choose, you give a thought, and then you choose the courses. Okay, next. Okay, Now I'll answer some of your like concerns or like your frequent questions that being asked to admission team. So some of students basically throw this question to us. So number one, like, will the program schedule conflict with the student academic schedule? So basically dia macam, adakah jadual yang program KU ni dijalankan bercanggah dengan jadual pembelajaran seksi UPSI? So actually it's not. So we already have a like collaboration with UPSI team to understand your schedule. And then after we understand your like schedule, the timing, then only we'll create our schedule, which is we will 100% guarantee that the class schedule will not clash with your academic schedule. And then it's like, how will the classes for OPSI student be conducted? So for this, 100% will be held online. So all the class will be held online to make sure it's easier for the student to have access to our classroom and our materials. And then will the classes be held during the day or the evening? So yang ini agak tricky sikit sebab we know that during the day you have a lot of classes, academic classes, and then you have your activities. So based on this, we will do between 6 PM to like the latest class akan habis selewat-lewatnya 10 malam. It's something between that. But we tak akan kacau waktu prayer, and then kita tak akan ambil terlalu lewat selepas 10 malam. So the schedule will be nice for you. And then macam mana kita akan dapat allowance? Sebab for this program, we provide you an allowance maximum to up like RM1,200. So the RM1,200 is divided by two parts actually. So we have a CST training, which is Career Success Toolkit training, and then we have digital skill training. So dia terbagi kepada dua. So the moment you finish the first program training, and after 30 days you completed the program, the money will be credited into your account. So it's very straightforward in terms of allowance. The moment you complete it, you earn it. So it's very straightforward. And then soalan yang paling, antara soalan yang paling famous di kalangan student. So after they pass the call interview with the admission team, so the moment they submit the registration form, they will receive a call from admission team. So we'll do a call verification to identify your information. And then if you pass the call verification, you will receive another email to submit your application. So macam saya mentioned earlier tadi, so you got a video assessment need to be submitted through online. So some of the students that request more time, can I have like extra time to submit it? I'm quite busy this week, so on. Yes, usually inside the email we stated that you need to submit within 48 hours to 72 hours to submit the assessment. But if you require more time, no issue at all, no worries. You can simply inform our team that saying that I'll require more time to submit this assessment. It should be fine. No rush and like it's no pressure on you at all. And then can I apply more than one course? So actually for this program, you're only allowed to apply for only one course. So that's why I said earlier, you need to like give a thought and decide carefully which one like you really want. Okay. And then is it possible? So I got one question from learners, right? So basically he wanted to join the program, but it doesn't show whether he's able to commit the class timing. So the question was, is it possible to watch the recorded class, watch the recording only instead of joining the class and still complete the program? So the answer is no. So basically we require all of your attention and commitment throughout this program. So you need to join the designated class that been assigned to you in order that we understand that we need to understand that whether you able to catch up through all the chapter and modules to ensure that you're able to graduate through this program. So these are the frequent question that being asked to admission team. So kepada student-student, saya tengok dekat sini we have around 60 plus that people joining us, right? So if you have any question related to the registration program, related to the admission, related to the assessment, or the document, you can feel free like put your question inside the chat. I will answer them. Can a full-time master student joining this program? So full-time master students are not eligible for this program. For this program, we targeted only diploma and the active diploma and active degree student. Okay, then okay. So, feel free to ask your question here. So lebih baik clarify sekarang. Nanti macam contoh you tak sure, you tanya kawan, kawan pun tak sure. So basically you just in the doubt whether I want to apply or not. Can a part-time DPLI student join the program? So can you explain more about DPLI student? Is there any fee needed? So this program is totally 100% is sponsored by Khazanah Nasional Berhad. So no fee at all.
Maybe I can answer Fahmi question. So Fahmi, DPLI is Diploma Pendidikan Lepasan Ijazah, but they're doing part-time. I think unfortunately, Fahmi, this program is actually for full-time students only because it will take, it is a full-time program, and it will be during semester and off semesters during a semester break. So I think with part-time students, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But if you are still interested, please just write in to us first. Write in to support@accelerate.asia. We can quickly check with UPSI and also our sponsor if this is possible. Okay, Fahmi?
Yes, correct. And for your information, Accelerate Asia have a support services team that going to assist you from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. to provide you information about this program. Feel free to call us, WhatsApp us, email us, or Telegram us. We have all sort of channel.
I want to quickly just answer Cindy's question. While the rest of you guys have any other questions about the program, please put in the channel, put in the chat. So basically, Cindy asked a little bit about like how to deal with group work, where everyone else have their own priority and urgency, right? Even though communicated and you guys agreed upon a deadline and all of that, other people, this is affecting it. I think number one, communication is key. Sometimes we I don't know, Asians and Malaysians, right? We very paiseh that kita nak like susahkan orang lain atau we don't want to like hurt another person or offend another person. We don't communicate how we feel and what we feel. So I think number one, I would really encourage you to have a group discussion and to really share. And it's not to blame, right? Like make sure that you set the tone of this discussion is not to blame anyone, but I would like to share how I feel. And during that discussion as well, use the term instead of you didn't do work, you didn't do this, blah, blah, blah. Instead of using you should use I. So it could be like, hey, I really feel very stressed right now because I feel like we are quite behind against our deadline. I know everyone is busy. Can we maybe talk about like reschedule about how we're gonna do? If we cannot do, if you're not comfortable doing it, do you want to change the different task? So you want to try in that discussion, Cindy, is to discuss about like what are other ways to maybe like number one, hear first of like what is happening and whatnot, but find new ideas on how to delegate the task, right? Maybe the task is too difficult, the topic is too boring, whatever, redivide it and whatnot, and really share how you feel. But at the end of the day, if really the person doesn't do it, like you cannot control another person, right? Every time when there is something happen, you can only control your own actions. So if really after talking and after like prompting and all of that, the person doesn't do it, if the presentation has to go on, I typically would just do it, making sure that all the presentation goes on. But at the end of the day, I will share with my lecturer that this part is only done by myself and another two more person, but the fourth person didn't do it. And then you can share with the person like, hey, it's unfair for the three of us. I'm going to share with the lecturer and see what you can make up for after. Again, communication is key, and hopefully you'll be able to not tell your lecturer and actually do the group work together. But if not, really, I think your fourth friend needs to learn the hard way. Okay, Sadam, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Pearly. So to answer one question from Marcella Elika in the chat. So your graduation year is in 2027. So unfortunately, you're unable to join this program. So because this program is only targeted students who will be graduating in 2025 and 2026. But worries not, Marcela, because we have another programs that coming next year that after you graduated, you can still like connect with us for another program. But for this time, we only focus at people, students who graduating in 2025 and 2026. Come on, guys, you can still asking questions, but if you think that you need to think first and then draft your question later, feel free to drop us an email or call us or drop a WhatsApp or Telegram. So we will provide our support services to you.
Yep. We would really, really love for you guys to join us. But if you're unsure of like your commitment, you have more questions, please just go to our website, Excelerate Asia, EXCELERATE.Asia. There's all the details about the K-Youth program, but there's also numbers to connect with Saidam and his team, and we'll be answer all of your questions. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Izzat ask.
Yeah, Izzat Farhan. Yes, this program is totally free to join by UPSI student, no fee at all. 100% sponsored.
Anybody else have a question? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times? All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending your morning with us. We really, really appreciate that you've come in. You're interested to hear. And we also even appreciate even more if you guys sign up for this program. We would love to support you. We'd love to be able to upskill you and help you to become a better candidate for your future career. So please go to our website, sign up, talk to Saidam and his team, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
So,
Take care, everyone.
stay tuned for our next webinar as well.
Yep.